Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to show you some of the books that I picked up over the last couple of weeks from various places, comic shop, antique shops, all over. Quite a big stack of books to go through, so let's get right to it. As you know, I always like to start off my new comic book pickups with The Walking Dead, and it's no different this week. The Walking Dead Deluxe. This is the second printing of issue number 100, featuring the first appearance of Negan. Great cover. I actually didn't know this had come out. I went into my local comic shop, and my comic shop guy was like, "Hey, dude, do you want this too?" I'm like, "Yeah, thank you so much." I just didn't know it was coming out, so it was pretty good to be able to have a good comic shop and have them take care of you. Walking Dead Deluxe number 100, the second printing. Next up is The Walking Dead Deluxe number 103. This is the Finch variant, and you know how much, if you've been watching the channel, you know how much I like David Finch. Great little cover there, Negan and Rick. Next up is the Charlie Adlard, Dave McCaig cover for issue number 103. Very cool there. Some great Walking Dead Deluxe covers for sure. They really went above and beyond. This one, it looks like a series here, connecting covers. Belgrade and Hinawa, I think is who the artists are. We're just going to call it B&H for short. The Walking Dead number 103. Looks like Rick is coming out of a coffin, out of the ground, or through the hedge. I don't know if this was supposed to be a take on the Homer Simpson hedge joke. I don't know. Either way, very interesting cover there, with Rick coming out of the ground. Although if he was coming out of the ground, he'd come this way. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it is what it is. All right, next up, issue number 104. This is David Finch's cover variant. Again, love me some David Finch. I had a chance to meet him once. Seemed like a super, super nice guy. And he's really rocked it hard on The Walking Dead Deluxe. Done some awesome covers for this series. Really happy with his work so far. Next up is the 104, Walking Dead Deluxe 104. This is the Charlie Adlard, Dave McCaig variant featuring Carl. Really cool Carl cover. Pretty much a reprint of the original run for Walking Dead 104. But overall, really kind of a fun cover. And here's another one of those B&H covers. It's time. It's Carl coming out of the casket, which is in the hedge, which is in the ground, which is, yeah. Anyway, I don't know if I like these. You know, it's a interesting concept for sure. But you should be standing the other way. Anyway, that's The Walking Dead Deluxe issue number 104. Next up on the list, I picked up a bunch of Batman books. Batman's on my pull list, and I picked up a bunch of books this week. Issue number 156 of the main series, City on Fire. Good cover there. But it was really the variant cover that I really liked this week, by Alexander Lozano. Boy, eyes are getting old. Featuring Batman on his motorcycle. Is kind of twisted over to the side there. But I really love this cover. I don't like to pick up too many variant covers because, you know, it gets expensive after a while. But I thought this one was really cool on his bat cycle. Very neat there. Liked that a lot. Figured I would pick them up. And then I fell for it. I did. I'm gonna admit it. I picked up Absolute Batman. Now I haven't, you know, I'm one of those collectors that, like, you see all these series come out, and you're just like, oh, do I really want to get roped into reading another series? But the feedback on this has been so good, I figured I would give it a shot. I picked up, what's this, 78th printing or something? Fourth printing of Absolute Batman number 1. I'll give this a good read, and everyone says it's good, so I will, I'll take their word for it, and we'll give it a whirl. I also picked up number 3. Couldn't find another number 2 at the at the comic shop, but I'll pick one up at some point somewhere. Probably pick up like the 96th printing or something. Then I picked up Raphael Grampe's Batman Gargoyle of Gotham, book number 3 on their Black Label. I really love this cover. I thought it was so cool. I saw this on the shelf and I'm like, what in the world? I've got to add that. Really loved it. So I bought it. Thought it'd be a nice cover edition, and I do that sometimes. Not only do I buy just books and runs, and I buy to read, and I buy to collect, and I buy covers too, and I really like this one. Then I stopped by my comic shop and picked up some other books too. I picked up some Spider-Man books. This is Miles Morales Spider-Man number 28. It's Spider-Man versus the Panther God with a really cool cover there. Very neat. I like that one. And then I picked up Kidpool and Spider-Boy. And I believe this is the first appearance of Kidpool. And I figured I'd give that a shot. I had more of a spec book there, for like $4. Or in this case, it was $7. I didn't think that was a big deal for for an investment. You never know. Could be worth something someday. Then I was like looking around my the bins, the dollar bins at my comic shop, and came across Strange Academy number 16. This is the variant edition. I have this already in a 9/8, but and it wasn't $5, by the way. I paid, I think, $1 for this. I figured I would add it to the collection. $1 is not a bad price for a Strange Academy book. Then I saw this on the shelf as well, and I'm like, I haven't read this one yet. And I figured, might as well. It's Something is Killing the Children. And you're probably yelling at me going, Chris, what are you doing not reading Something is Killing the Children? I haven't read it yet. It's true. I just never get around to it. And I'm a big fan of James Tynion IV. I've read a bunch of his books. And, it was one of those things where I missed issue 1. And I just couldn't justify spending the money on an issue 1, given the price that it is now for a 9/8. So this came out, Something is Killing Children number 1. This is the deluxe edition, and it's the red foil edition. Really cool cover. I figured I'd pick this up and just read it. Give it a shot, and it'll probably get me to go out and buy the graphic novels and the trades, and who knows, I kind of want to get a Something is Killing Children number 1 and a CGC 9.8 just because it's been such an important book lately that it's almost something that, from a guy who likes horror, really belongs in the collection. Then I visited a used bookstore, and I was kind of surprised when I found a couple boxes of comics. And all the books were $2 each. And I was like, that's not 50 cents or dollar bins, but I'm one of those guys that doesn't like to hunt for books unless they're organized. I'm like an OCD guy. I'm like to have all my books in order. And when I go into 50 cent or quarter or dollar bins, it just my OCD kind of goes crazy, and I almost can't handle it. It's almost, causes me anxiety. But there was only 2 or 3 boxes to go through, and I'm like, okay, that's not bad. But I came across a bunch of books. For $2, you couldn't go wrong. First up is Kingdom Come. It's the preview edition. It's only 4 pages of Alex Ross's big Kingdom Come series. And I was able to get 2 copies of that. They both came in 1 book sleeve, so I got 2 for the price of 1, which I thought was pretty good. And then I came across these guys. 8 Billion Genies. Really, the whole run was there except for issue number 1, and I had an issue number 1. It's issues 2 through 8, and I got these for $2 a piece, which I thought was pretty good. And if you haven't read 8 Billion Genies, I highly suggest it. Very fun book so far. I'm on issue number 4, and I'm really enjoying it. I have this whole series, but just never read it. And I figured, for $8, for $2 a piece, and it's less than the trade. So I figured I'd get these and just read them. They're not perfect condition by any stretch, but I figured for the low price that I was paying for them, make great reader copies. So I got issues 2 through 8. Here's number 2. And so far, this is really a great series. Essentially, this is about every person in the world getting their own genie and only getting one wish, and the chaos that ensues. Issue 3. And so far, it's been fun to read. Very fun to read. Issue 4. Issue 5. 6. And these have multiple printings. So if you've gone into your comic store, you could find multiple printings of these. These are all first prints, which I was surprised because they're all in pretty good shape. Just about all of them are 9/8 capable books, except for one. I know one's got a spine stress on it, and there's 8 Billion Genies number 8. That's it today, guys. A lot of books I picked up. Had a really good time over the last couple weeks through the holidays, going to bunches of comic shops and record stores and antique shops, searching for comics and all sorts of other things. I hope you guys had a great holiday season, a great new year. We'll talk to you again real soon. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.